Hiya, I'm Elena, welcome to Eating Fit. So obviously this is my first video on my brand new YouTube channel. The idea with this channel is that I would be providing more New Zealand specific kind of holistic nutrition and health information. I find so much help in other online YouTube videos and online, but I find a lot of it is based overseas and a lot of the products recommended in videos are totally not relevant to here. So that's my inspiration. So what I want to talk about today is Candida, and it's kind of a bit of an icky topic, and a lot of my clients kind of feel a bit grossed out when I start talking about it, but it's something that I see all the time, and I see majority female clients, but it's definitely not a exclusively female issue. Candida is a naturally occurring yeast bacteria in our gut flora, our gut microbiome, whatever you want to call it, and it's something that's meant to be there. And what happens is that when we get Candida overgrowth, that's when the problem occurs. So the overgrowth can happen for many different reasons. There's no one particular cause, but there are a lot of contributing factors. These things include stress in all its forms, whether it's mental, physical, or emotional, or the stress of a poor diet. Anything like that is very acid forming in our body, and an acid environment is perfect for Candida to thrive. Other things that can contribute include a really high sugar and high carbohydrate and high alcohol diet. Candida feeds off sugar, and it's really unfortunate because when you're trying to be healthy and starve off the Candida, you want nothing more than sugar. So it's very hard for clients that are coming off of these sugary foods and starving out their Candida, and I sympathize with them immensely, but it's something that's super important. So a poor diet in general is also another contributing factor. If there's not enough fiber to keep food moving healthily through your intestines and through your colon, then food starts to stagnate and ferment, contributing to bacterial overgrowth. And an acidic environment, which then causes Candida to thrive. Another thing is high levels of antibiotics, or a lot of doses of antibiotics. Our antibiotics wipe out most of the gut flora, and they are an essential medical discovery to prevent a lot of pathogens and illnesses and bugs from taking over. The problem is that antibiotics wipe out most, if not all, of the gut flora. That Candida is particularly resilient to a lot of antibiotics. And then it just leaves the gut nice and open with plenty of room for Candida to thrive. So antibiotics and repeated courses of them are a problem. So those are just some of the things that can cause it. There is so much more, but we don't have time to go into all of it. And what I wanted to really talk about now was treatment. So how do you get your Candida under control? The first most important thing, really essential thing, is to cut out all sugar out of the diet. And this is not long term, this is to get the Candida under control. And I'm meaning all table sugar, all sweeteners, even if it's honey, maple syrup, dates, anything like that. All fruit juice, anything processed that might have added sugars, fizzy drink obviously. Anything as well that is a starchy carbohydrate has got to go. So your kumara, your potatoes, your parsnips, your yams, your beetroot, your carrots, as well as all the gluten grains and rice. So it is a very, very restrictive diet. And I'm well aware it's restrictive. I have done it myself when I needed to. It is not a fun time. But it's totally doable. So for more information on the foods you can and can't eat, please feel free to get in touch with me. I may make another video on it in the future, but it's something that's very personal and I like to deal with it more on a one-on-one basis. So once you're starving the Candida, you then want to use some form of herbal supplement. There are a lot around that you can use, but to draw the Candida out of the gut. Now, I personally in clinic use a combination of herbal Candida support by Biotrace, and wild oregano oil by Solgar. I'll link these products below so you can have a look at them and check them out. At the same time, I also use a practitioner probiotic that has a specific strain in it that targets Candida. Now, this elimination process takes 2 months. 2 months of a very, very dedicated, strict diet. Now, you can experience some symptoms while you're on this Candida elimination diet. The most common ones that I see would be some kind of headache, nausea, metallic taste in the mouth, which is kind of upset digestion. And what's going on really is that your body is, the herbs are drawing the Candida out of the gut lining. So you're starving it of sugar, so it's going in search of food. You're drawing it out of the gut. And in this way, you're also drawing out other things that may be lodged in the gut wall. These could be toxins, heavy metals, so many other things, kind of nasty stuff that can contribute to these side effects. So after this 2-month process, you want to do a Candida spit test to determine what your Candida levels are afterwards. And then, all being well, you want to begin sealing the gut, healing the gut. So if you are a non-vegetarian, non-vegan, the best way I find is to use lots and lots of bone broth. And bone broth and collagen is so healing and nurturing and nourishing and sealing on the gut wall. If you are a vegan or vegetarian, you can use aloe or slippery elm. They're both perfect. And then you want to begin to reintroduce certain foods. So I start with some of the vegetables that have been excluded and kind of work up to some grains, and then you're just beginning to slowly be able to reintroduce other forms of carbohydrates and fruit and seeing how they go. This is a very individual testing phase. So some foods may just not work for you, but otherwise, if your gut balance is restored, then you should be able to eat most foods again, provided you don't have other kinds of allergies. Now also, it's really important after this phase to start repopulating the gut with awesome, great, healthy probiotic foods. Now, you can obviously supplement with capsules, but I much prefer to have the whole food source. It's not only better for you because of all of the other coenzymes and fiber and stuff that comes with it, it's also much more affordable. So these probiotic foods include the delicious sauerkraut, kefir, kimchi, any kind of fermented vegetables. You can make so many yourself, and they all provide the gut with the beneficial probiotics that you need so that you don't get a recurrence of the overgrowth of Candida. So we've covered a lot today. I don't want to go into too much more because it can get quite overwhelming, but something I did just want to touch on before the end is what can you do now if you have a Candida flare-up. I know it's so awful and irritating and painful. What can you do just to give you some relief? Now, these are some of the things that I have tried myself in the past and recommend to clients, and that help greatly. The first one is lots of coconut oil. So I'm talking about raw, virgin, cold-pressed coconut oil. You can take it internally by the spoonful. You can also, if you've got vaginal thrush, you can also use an organic cotton tampon, and you can slather it in coconut oil and you can just insert it as you would a tampon. You can also gently melt some coconut oil and put it into ice cube trays, and then you can pop out one of those ice cube trays and you can insert it as you would a tampon. It's best if you're lying down to do this, so just before you go to bed, and it's just really soothing on the inflammation that can occur. Another thing you can do, and this may be if your Candida flare-up is not so bad or not so raw, is that you can actually insert, as you would a tampon, an entire garlic clove. So obviously peeled, and I put little slits in it as well so you can get as much garlic juice in there. Garlic is really antifungal, so perfect for killing off the local Candida. Also, eating a lot of garlic internally is really helpful, just raw garlic. And you may have to apologize to whoever you live with or your significant other, whoever you're kissing, for your garlic breath, but I'm sure that you can do it and they won't mind. Another thing that can be really helpful is plain probiotic yogurt, and you can either freeze little cubes of that as well and pop that up inside, or once again slather it on an organic cotton tampon. Another thing that you could do as well is to break open a probiotic capsule and mix it with some of the probiotic yogurt and also insert that as well. Really, really soothing, really, really neutralizing of the acidic in the vaginal canal, and really antibacterial as well. So I think I'm going to leave it there today. There's so much more we could cover, but it's a really in-depth topic, so we'll save that for a later date. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm really excited to make more for you, and also recommend some more New Zealand products that are beneficial and can particularly help. I'm going to do a fermented foods video separately where I will recommend a ton more Kiwi products to support and love. So thanks for watching, have an amazing day, and I will talk soon.